Even with our powers combined, we are no match for his tallness. Episode 36. That's at level 45. Guess there are 2 quests for level 45, or more. Komori of the Black. Our brother Daza has words for you. Pray wait a moment for him to arrive. You have reclaimed the key from the depths of the shroud. Wood, force, shroud. Yes, you have done well. Very, very well. You are truly the black mage foretold by legend. Oracle, prophecy, legend. It was such a legend of my people that brought me to this Thanalan. Such is what legends do. When 4 Magi meet in a barren land, black powers of eld woven by their hand shall see the fate of wickedness made stark, and the path to light shall be lit by dark. Black, shadow, dark, squawk. You have heard these words before. Yes, yes. Here I found Kazag-Cha and Dozol Melok. The words that brought us to Thanalan are the same, equal, identical, same. It was 100 years ago that a kobold first deciphered the legend. Decrypted, decoded, deciphered. The great mage who did it was my own ancestor. First Order Patriarch Dagu. Yes, yes, my very own. But he broke kobold law. The first patriarch must never leave Ogamoro. No, no, never. But leave he did. He set out from La Nocia to pursue this legend. And for that he was named a traitor. Betrayer, turncloak, traitor. None were drawn to the words of Dagu. No, no, not a single kobold soul. They ignored his words, but when I first heard them, I felt strange. Peculiar, odd, strange. I felt I must do something. I could not simply be idle. I too left La Nocia, just as Dagu before me. Yes, and I have come here, to Thanalan. Now I see the legend is real. Yes, the words kept by Kazag-Cha, Dozol Melok, and myself are true. You have appeared. That is no coincidence, no, no, none at all. I am a kobold. Yes, yes, I am. And we kobolds are good at finding things, treasures, trinkets, things. I will help you where I can. Dagu left behind many things when he left. Yes, many, many things. I was given a stone tablet. The others in my family thought it rubbish. Dross, refuse, rubbish. Its surface has many scratches, you see. Yes, many, many. But I sense in it a great power. Here, it may give your gem, the light. It is illuminating the tablet. The scratches are growing. Mighty Titan, those are no scratches. No, no, not scratches at all. They are carvings, words. Know thee, brave keeper of Shitoto's light, as these very words wax plain to thy sight. The seal that was cast doth shudder and sigh, and the void gate's dread sundering draws nigh. To ward against the creeping of the gloom, thou needest great garb to stay any doom. To this sacred ware thy thoughts must now tend, unto thy black command darkness shall bend. This tablet was more important than I ever imagined. Yes, yes, much more. It seems to say one who would close the void gate must first find this sacred garb. Gear, armor, garb. And the names of places are written here as well. Yes, yes, these 4 places I know. You would do well to set out and gather the first 3 relics. Legend speaks of this. It holds that an offering of blood must be given to the planar fissures. The blood of those who have lived life steeped in the black. Only then can the relics be won. Here, take with you an offering of my blood, Komori. Need Dozol's blood too, you do. Take quick, squawk, before change mind. And here is mine. Mine. I would entrust it to no other. But be warned, one does not simply walk into these places. There are great dangers waiting. Do be careful. Yes, very, very careful. I think Komori's a huge sucker for all the words they're spouting. One's the closest. All over the place then, okay. For all we know, they could just be making up some story to pull her into some scam. She's a sucker for at least two things. One, people stroking her ego, telling her she's powerful, and two, the promise of even more power. Whether that's powerful gear or powerful magic. Still not entirely sure, even with all the talking we've done to these black mages, what exactly the relationship the black mages have, and what it is their relationship with the void in the first place, other than aesthetic significance. It seems like the only thing that really lines up to me is that the void is dark and the black mages have dark magic, and the two go hand in hand. But other than that, I don't really know mechanically what makes black magic so attuned or makes it have the same affinity as whatever tears open a planar fissure. Perhaps if I understood the story enough, black magic is destructive enough that it can tear open those planar fissures, and that's why there's a lot going on in the black mage quest with the void. Although these planar fissures are kind of opening themselves, so we're kind of sealing them with the blood of the creatures that come out, not really with black magic itself. Excuse me. I suppose I'm just not sure exactly why black mages have to be the ones to seal these void gates when anyone could do it. Sure, they have the prophecies and all that. No fighting. A part of the map we haven't gone to yet. We haven't been this far north in the North Shroud. Well, we won't stay there for long anyway. We're going to aggro those. Yep. Surprised we didn't get the wolf. What's this new thunder look like? I think it was kind of the same. And unless this wolf turns around... Well, we got it. Can I? Alright, that does work. I just need to do it over a longer distance. Ethereal manipulation. It should be really fun if I use it in a party. But the chocobo always follows me, so there's no real benefit to using it with that. Oh no, we haven't been here yet. We haven't been here either. Or here. Well, it goes against my principle a bit. But we're going here before the main story takes us there. I guess this is around the level 50, right, level 45. Quest for this quest line. So they would expect that you've already gotten past the whole main story that goes along here, which I guess would be around level 30 to 40. Let's say we're scouting. The quest only takes us to the entrance of Ogamora Mine, so Minfilia tasked us with stopping the summoning of Titan, and we're supposed to meet with a representative of the storm, the Maelstrom, over in Lenosia, or what is that place? Limsa Lominsa. But before we meet with that guy, let's say Komori is doing a little bit of scouting of the mines, not going in to fight the Primal herself, just having a little look. Where is this boat? There it is. Gonna take the boat across the shore and attune to the Aetherite. No, let's go the other way, actually. We'll tune to the other Aetherite later. I'm actually not sure if we go around this area when we're going to the main quest. As part of my goal to see all of the paths between areas at these lower level Realm Reborn areas, I kind of want to take this route into Ogamora Mines and take in the sights. I don't recall this path pretty much at all. These bones arching over the path into the mines. There's never any reason to go here, or on this part of the map anyway. Not that I can remember. It's nice scenery. Floating rocks all over the place. We've been here before for the Gold Saucer. Platforming challenges take place, I guess, in these floating rocks. On top of them, like high above in the sky. Of course, that doesn't really count as being here. There they are. Home of the kobolds. Oh. Don't play that music. Ogamora Mines. It'd be a nice thumbnail if it weren't raining. Alright, we'll tune to this for later. Camp Overlook. I guess it overlooks the settlement of the kobolds, but more than that. Kind of overlooks this entire lake. And the Wanderer's Palace. I just stands here and looks for the supply balloon. Tain't the food what's short, but the fresh meat. Meat's important to a body on account of we being made of it or something. This isn't exactly an airship. Is this just some kind of elevator they use to send things up and down? How would they steer it? In fact, is it anchored right now to anything? It's just kind of there. Seems like it might be blown away by the storm at any moment. Good luck with those grenades. Oh, this could be bad. If we aggro everything along the path here, we could die quickly. Let's just try to go around them. Alright, and outside of the range of the fate so we don't get that music. Let's just pull this guy so we don't have to worry about him. Alright. And this is the entrance to the mine. There. We've stepped right in. Consider it scouted. I thought this would just be the level 50 quest, but seems like this might take up the entire hour after all. Thinking about it, I haven't done many A Realm Reborn leveling classes. The only class that I leveled up from the base game in my main character would have been Archer/Bard. I think all of the other classes that I picked up, which were in total like 6 or 7, would have all been from other expansions, which kind of follow a different trend for leveling, and also start you at a higher level. This would be, I think, only the second time I'm experiencing the quest design of A Realm Reborn for the class quests. So far it feels like there's a lot of going out to the middle of nowhere. I guess maximizing the amount of real estate that they have from the massive map. I had no doubt you would return triumphant. Yes, yes, no doubt at all. Brave the logging grounds you did. Great, great strength you have. Squawk. I have awaited your return, Komoi. I have learned where it is that the fourth relic of our forebears rest, the land known as Dahl's Respite. There too lies a planar fissure into which the blood of the fiends it bursts must be poured. The same location that we finished the thaumaturge quest at. Or no, that was the penultimate thaumaturge quest, where we did some training with those 5 guys. Luckily it's nearby. This outfit feels very different when there's a huge staff draped over the back. I mean, it's the same outfit, but the feel is just different. It's a lot bigger than I expected. I guess I should have expected it to be, given that I'm playing as a Lalafell. But even then it gets scaled down. It just seems obscenely large for someone so small. But then if we were to compare this staff with an equivalent staff on a taller race, like a Hrothgar or something, or an Aura or a Rogadin, I would probably see that the staff is several times larger on their body. Oh, you got more. And yet even more. Didn't exactly optimize my rotation there. I've been getting wizard gear this whole time. I didn't even notice. I wasn't looking. The first 4 relics are now in your keeping, yet the final piece remains, and our efforts to learn where it rests have been to no avail. The dark which empowers at times obscures, such is its nature. Dazal claims his tablet names the solace of the gods as the location we seek, but none among us have ever heard tell of such a name. When a power worthy to Relic's claim takes root in one of the righteous end and name, the solace of gods will be made known, and the last seed of the Black Mage shall be sown. Dazal insists his reading is correct, and both Dozol Melok and I trust in his ability. We will endeavor to decode these words, that you might see your quest to its end. The day of the Void's opening shall come. Until then, Kawoi, I ask only that you continue to walk the path of the Black. Alright, and there's another level 50 quest. Or rather, the first level 50 quest. We did 2 level 45s in a row, and now we're finishing off on level 50. This should be the last one, considering it gives pretty much everything, it looks like. I see, so I got the 4 wizard things other than the coat. Let's not wear the wizard gear, since we don't have the full set. It might have been nice to wear the full set and do the final mission, but since we don't have it, we'll just finish with what we started. You have gathered the first 4 artifacts, Komori. That is no small feat. Yet I fear little time remains. If the tablet of Dazal's great ancestor is to be believed, there is yet one more. Attempting to seal the Void Gate before you have found them all, would be the height of folly. Our search for the solace of the gods continues. I have gone through all the records left by my great-grandfather, yet have discovered little. The only seemingly relevant passage I found was his last. He put it to paper some 100 years ago, just before bidding farewell to his home. The true power of destruction will be awoken in that most sacred of places. The power of destruction in is black magic, of course. But as to what is meant by this awakening, I fear I am at a loss. You believe that Dazal's and Dozol Melok's ancestors might know more? To be sure, they were witnesses to the same events. And it is true that they too left their homes 100 years ago and were damned for traitors. It could be mere coincidence, but no, I do not think that likely. I fear this foreshadows our doom. Should you find aught else, I beseech you to tell me at once. I will also continue the search for answers. The tablet seems to suggest the way to the solace of the gods. The way to the solace of the gods, and the final relic will be made in known in time. Yet we can scarce afford to wait idly by. Both Dozol Melok and Dazal understand this urgency, and have already returned to their respective homelands to delve into the matter. And now to your next task. You must return to he who bound our 4 fates together, the prophet Kukuruka. Perhaps his words can guide us once more. It is strange, Kukuruka has been absent this entire questline except for indoctrinating us into being a black mage. Anytime we weren't talking to our black mage friends in that cave back there. We were talking to Kukuruka's disciple over here, not Kukuruka himself. Please, you must help me. Kukuruka has disappeared. That man is no messenger of Nalthal. He is a miscreant and a charlatan, one guilty of the most heinous of crimes. None had seen him for days. I became worried and entered his chambers to see that he was well, though he prohibited me from doing so. Within I found only evidence of his deception. The records he had written were damning. I now know why he was condemned as the greatest criminal of his day. 100 years past, he conspired with the Magi from the Beast Tribes to summon a creature known as Barbados, a monstrosity that was meant to destroy all of Eorzea. Their plot was discovered by the Order of Nalthal, and the Void Gate was sealed before Barbados could emerge. Kukuruka was cast into the Marasaja pit for his crime, where he was to rot until his last breath. The Order was loath to let word of this spread, fearing others might someday seek to succeed where Kukuruka failed. And so they left no record of the plot, save a few inscrutable documents, parchments, intelligible only to those to whom the secret was known. These were the last words I found among their scribblings. 4 is the answer. 4 spells of black, 4 artifacts of Eld. The blood of 4 races. By 4 alone shall the true power of destruction be woken from the Void Gate. Gomoy, black magic is not the key to sealing the Void Gate. It is the key to opening it. Kukuruka used us to revive this dark art, and now means to finish what he began a century ago. What fools we were to believe his lies. Please, Gomoy, you must stop him before it is too late. Hurry to Nal's reflection in southern Danalan. Okay. That's actually feeling like it's making a bit more sense. That's kind of a sudden revelation, almost out of nowhere. Oh, I see. So there's a Dahl's Respite up here and a Nal's Reflection down here. Because Dahl is kind of like a mirrored deity or whatever. Anyway. Yes, the betrayal of Kukuruka is surprising and all, but more so the revelation that black magic isn't meant to seal the Void Gates. Opening them up makes way more sense, that a power as destructive and dark as black magic would be used to tear open a rift in space-time into the void. I'd of course already seen this quest line in its entirety, back when I was watching the YouTube series that got me into the game. But I completely forgot what exactly goes down in it. Right. Still don't fully understand why dropping blood of the Void scent into the void that they came out of, the Void Gates, causes the Void Gates to be sealed or whatever. What is this? Why is there a barrier? Huh. I've never seen this before. Usually you just have to interact with something to enter an instance, but this seems to be proximity-based. Beyond a certain threshold. Interesting. Why don't they use this more often? I don't think they do. Alright, we're ready. That's not what I wanted. That was a misclick. Don't want our teammates to die. I think we fail instantly if that happens. I think we're just supposed to kill this guy. Having trouble targeting. Okay, we would have been overwhelmed by the enemies if we tried to focus on them. That was actually a bad idea on my part. For that. Was wondering if there was a battle dialogue line that I missed saying we should focus on the guy rather than any enemies, but I guess I didn't miss anything. You. Deceived us all, you have. Squawk. Pay you will. You. You are one of Hatali Malok's get, are you not? Mother of mother of mother. Her name you know? And you, Amalja. Yes. You are of the line of Kazib Cha. I can see it. And Kobold, through your veins courses the blood of Dagu, does it not? And last but not least, the Black Mage Komori. Splendidly done. Few could have vanquished Barbados as you have. Well, I struggled a bit, but thanks. No doubt you are all eager to hear what truly transpired 100 years ago. Being a kindly soul, I shall tell you. I was an ambitious mage in my youth, insatiable in my thirst for knowledge of the arcane. In the course of my studies, I discovered ancient writings which told of a black magic. A magic capable of destroying as only the gods can. It was innocent at first, until it wasn't. But then questions began to arise in my mind that demanded answers. Where had all the black mages of old gone? Why had the existence of the art been hidden? And so I probed, endlessly, tirelessly. The more I uncovered, the more it drew me in. There was such power to be had. I was not merely ambitious. I was also vainglorious. I desired recognition, deference. By accomplishing that which no other could, I sought to make my legacy an eternal one. Yet the pursuit of black magic was trying. I would pass days, weeks, months at a time, unsure of how to proceed. And what little progress did come, came but slowly. It was then that I met your ancestors. The gem of Shitoto, the power to sense magic, the relics. All of these things I owe to them. With their vast knowledge, the slow crawl of my studies turned to leaps and bounds. I dare say your ancestors sought the same recognition as I. Kozeb Cha, ridiculed by the Amalja for his ingenious analysis of worldly phenomena. Natali Maluk, named a pariah for not sharing in the small-minded prejudices of the Ixal. Dagu, the victim of his kind's idiocy, bound never to leave the land of the kobolds. We toiled together, learning what we could, and learn we did. Much and more. Imagining we had gleaned all that was to be known, we prepared to hold a dark rite. One we believed would restore black magic to its fullest expression. I do not know what came over me. Blinded by my own lust for power, I altered one of the incantations. It was arrogant, foolish. Our command over the ancient powers we summoned was lost. I watched as the chaotic aether washed over my friends, ripping them apart, only to fuse them together into an abomination. No, you couldn't mean that thing we just saw. Yes, when I saw what my hubris had created, I mustered all of my strengths to see Barbados sealed behind the void gate. Sealed, yet not defeated. Yet I felt myself corrupted by the aether, and was unsure whether I could hold my powers in check. Fearful, I returned to Ul'dah, where I manipulated the minds of a few thaumaturges of the Order into believing I had committed some terrible crime. Only with me confined to the depths of the Marasaja pit could the realm be safe. And there I remained, waiting for the coming of one with the power to purify the ether of those three fiends with whom I once shared a dream. I do not expect your forgiveness, but I am truly sorry. No words. No, Dozol has squawk. Only squawk. I am not long for this world. Here, take this relic while I still have strength enough to offer it. The fifth artifact? Yes, the fifth. Welcome to the solace of the gods. Perhaps you know it better as knowledge reflection, as most do. Truly remarkable, Komoi. You have succeeded, where many great mages have failed, mastered what we sought to master. I can now rest, knowing that this power is safe with you. It is for you to set the hatreds of the past aright. My time to join Thol has come. May he greet me as a friend. Century-old plan this was. Fulfilled his purpose, Kukuruka did. Mother of mother of mother. Forgiven Kukuruka she has. Squawk. Think so, Dozol does. Finished, this story is. Had much fun, Dozol did. Like mother of mother of mother. Grand fun she had too, Dozol hopes. Farewell, Komoi. May we meet again someday, Dozol hopes. Squawk. Then it is over. Finished, ended, over. We did all we could, and the souls of Kukuruka and the others have been saved. The legends carried by my forebears have had their final chapter written this day. I confess, there is a sadness in that. I'm proud to call you friend, Komoi. Brother and sister, friend. Now and always, no matter how divergent our paths from here. Yes. You are a true mage of the black now. Pray grace we kobolds in Lanosia with your presence someday. To think, Kukuruka carried that anguish 100 long years. His crime was born of the hubris of youth, yet his atonement came from the wisdom of old age. His soul has found peace, and it is not our place to linger and disturb it. Come, let us return to Burgundy Falls. With that green check mark, I suppose we're just about wrapped up with the Black Mage questline. I would give my closing thoughts after we turned it in, but during the ride over, I guess I can do that. I was thinking that most of the Black Mage questline was kind of steeped in prophecies, kind of rhyming, meaningless turns of phrase that lead you to one point or another and with a bit of a Deus Ex Machina solve the problem that you have at hand. But I think the twist at the end kind of redeemed that a little bit. Or at least in my eyes it did. It kind of turned the story into the failings of someone in their use, the desire for power that they wanted at an early age, and the bounds they overstepped. The evil that we'd been chasing this entire time wasn't just something coming through the void. It was the mistakes of someone trying to get more power than they could grasp. And it nicely tied in with the ancestors of all of the Black Mage friends we made along the way. I think in retrospect that made the journey quite fun. Things have come to an end, it would seem. Both the threads which bound us all, and this tragic tapestry they wove. Most mysterious things these lives we lead. Do you recall when the words of so many legends and prophecies brought you first to me? It was here, at these same Burgundy Falls. We have spoken much here since then, yet I never imagined this day would come. I stand before you now with no regrets. I am grateful to the gods for letting our paths cross. Dozal Melok, Daza, and you, Komori Moriko. I count you all as my brethren in black. Together we have seen the souls of our ancestors given peace, and I too now feel a happiness I have never known. You have become a true Black Mage, my friend. And more than that, a true friend, Black Mage. Let the dark art we share be a symbol of our bond, and that undying, in shadow or light, by day or night. And that concludes the Black Mage quests, at least for A Realm Reborn. We'll have to complete a certain quest in the main story before we can continue. And of course that would be a quest that occurs at the very end of A Realm Reborn. Finally got Flare, and I think that completes my AoE rotation, at least up to level 50. Well, I think that took up the episode quite nicely. I guess the timing worked out perfectly. So, we can have a look at that new gear. Let's stand in the light. Well, it's interesting. And we can't dye it. What was this other thing we got? Sorcerer's attire? Isn't that what we're already wearing? Oh, I see. It must be a compliance thing, because these are level 45 and level 50. And then what's this? Currently item level 48. Now we're 64. And the color is slightly different. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan. It's cool. It's just not something that I think I want to wear for the story. what I'll probably do is just glamour over this, and if I feel like wearing this particular outfit, put this black version into the glamour chest. Go ahead and, first of all, don't know why they keep on recommending this level 5 ring. Glamour over this version. Oh, it still has the hat, obviously. Alright. And before I forget, the armor. Never really remember the difference between what these two are, but I guess this is free storage space. Okay. With that, I accomplished everything I wanted to do today. We're officially a level 50 Black Mage, and we shouldn't have anything stopping us from continuing the main story quest. At least, for now. I will be picking up another class, I think, just to efficiently allocate that experience. But that'll be for next time. For now, now's a good time to take a break.